Good morning and welcome back. We're in the full swing of things, and what better way to kick off the Rethink Actions than getting into a viral debate that's taking the internet by storm. And it's the question, can 100 humans take on a single gorilla? And what's been the most interesting is how many people are convicted either way of the debate. So let's not waste any time, because the consideration takes on numbers versus force. You've got just a giant beast versus 100 regular people. But that is going to be something that I pry about. I'm curious, does this mean just 100 human beings, or do we get to like pick and choose? Are we getting our 100 best? And
dude, we're gonna assemble the Avengers to take on one silverback.
It's what it would probably take, because can't have us. 100 of me and Doug's aren't really doing much. But we do have numbers.
Also, is it one human at a time, or like all at once? Is this like an all-out brawl, or like no, next man up? These are important questions, because if it's one-on-one for 100, the gorilla.
Well, again, I'm gonna reserve my breakdown for a minute.
Imagine going to DraftKings and it's like over under 3.5 rounds, and it's like the under.
The under.
The under is winning each time.
Whatever it is, it's done in the first round. Whoever's winning, it's over.
That gorilla's gonna bounce my head off the pavement like a basketball. I don't care.
See, I'm not as convicted on the gorillas as many are. So let's take a look at some of the impressions that the internet has made. There's a lot of people throwing out their opinions. And so first, let's question the best that could throw their hat in the ring. The UFC went through and asked all of their gorillas who would beat one single gorilla.
Wow.
And they had some interesting takes.
Could 100 men take down one gorilla?
You saying the humans have no weapons? No weapons, just hands.
Give me like 3 of me, and I think we'll take them out easy.
One gorilla? It's easy, bro. I'm smart, I'm strong, training every day. You think I cannot take one gorilla?
100 men?
The gorilla, bro.
100%. 100 men can take down a silverback gorilla. What we're gonna do is, though, we're gonna sacrifice a few of them. Yeah, easy. 100 men win? Me alone.
What's the strategy? Choke?
I'm gonna take my t-shirts off, my pants off.
Shirt back on.
Don't worry.
Taking his pants off in
First wave
public?
of guys
Whoa.
coming in, and I picture the gorilla just like smush.
What are they saying,
like
Leonard
their
Kenny?
heads in like a
Tarps
row,
off,
just
boys.
Like, you got a 22, and you shot a gorilla, That's not gonna chip and piss it off, right? So what the fuck are your fists and your feet gonna do?
And then shoot, take him down, boom, boom, easy.
Oh, that easy.
Easy. I think I can take one gorilla. 600 pounds. 600 pounds?
Just going for the double leg on the gorilla.
Could 100 men?
Yeah, just a simple sweep and pull.
Yeah, just going for the double leg, grip it and rip it. Like, oh, just like that. I never thought of it that way, man. That never
you should have
crossed
just grabbed
my
his
mind.
legs. So there was also a UFC ticket this weekend, which is kind of what prompted the interviews. But Corey Sandhagen, in his pre-fight interview, was asked the question as well, and here's what he had to say about it.
A talk online about whether 100 men can defeat one silverback gorilla. Yeah. Where do you stand on that debate?
Yeah. This is weird, because I was just asked this for the first time. I haven't heard this before. I think if you're gonna, I definitely would need 100 of me, but 100 is kind of a lot. I don't know how we'd win. My go-to would probably be a bunch of trying to kick him in the nuts as many times as I could, and then probably poke him in the eye. Everything that I could do that would be illegal in a fight, I'd probably try to do to the gorilla, and hopefully he wouldn't rip and kill too many of myself, I guess.
Thanks, Corey.
So one of the major points to this is, again, what the numbers are. We're gonna heavily underplay what 100 men looks like, and that's going to be what severely exhausts the gorilla and makes this, I think, an impossible task. If it's 3 or simply taking 100 men one at a time, that also significantly changes it. But something I'll get to is I don't think, really understand the scope of numbers. Consider like a baseball brawl, okay? This is maybe at most 40 guys, 50 guys, because when the bench is clear, not every player jumps in this heap. So this is, maybe 20 to 25 from each team piled up. And that alone is an impossible task. That's a mean looking dude. But that's a lot of numbers.
I would hate to be the guy near the center of that circle. I would like to be on the outside going like, I got him. I got him.
Alex, that gorilla.
Pushing the bob.
Get him,
we
guys.
got him, guys.
Get him. Get him.
What were
Submit.
you saying? Doug, what were
No, I
you
was to
saying?
say the gorilla you put up, like all muscular, kind of looks like Sylvester Stallone.
All right, Doug. All right, Doug. That's
that
a
gorilla
comparison.
is yoked. If you saw this coming at you,
Oh, like I said, I'm at the back of the circle. The people in the middle of the circle, the Fosters of the world, go get him. Go get him.
well, and okay, that let's because I want to get to that. There's different approaches to this. One, I want to ask the internet, what is the viral inquiry here? Is it 100 humans, as I think we all understand it to be, which means 50 to 60 of them, if we're going proportionate to statistics of numbers, 60%. But if we just want to give us the best fighting chance, maybe 50%, half of them have to be women. If we're just going humans.
Hey, goddamn it, DEI! I want my representation out there. Put them in the ring.
What does South Park say, Doug?
Put a chick in it.
And make them gay. But if we had to go against this, and already half of them aren't men, we've got an issue.
Dude, if I was fighting a gorilla, right? Like if I was actually fighting a gorilla and it bit me, I'd be like, I didn't think you would do that. Like I'd be like, of all of your abilities, I didn't think you'd have to resort to biting. Dude, if that thing bit me, I'd be like, yeah, I'm so out.
Oh, you're gone, Will. It's good. It would bite you in half. You're a small dude.
If we get to have what makes being human so strong, our intellect, if we get to sit in a boardroom and just plan our attack, that is such a severe advantage. Like, okay, we're going to do it in waves. We're going to sort the groups out, do the big people first, maybe the women to just tire them out, exhaust the situation. Are we allowed to expel the women? Is it 100 men?
They would 100% be in the back talking like they should be in the front saying we're not doing it right.
And that I think all of us in unison would be like, front lines.
You're in the vanguard.
We want to win.
You're in the vanguard. Sorry. We got to test out its weakness.
In fact, you might actually arouse it with distraction. So
I saw King Kong. That bitch climbed the damn tower.
The whole fight of King Kong is because he was aroused by a 2-inch blonde.
Literally, his weakness is hot blondes, and I get it, brother. I get it, brother.
So we here in the studio, coming from Cleveland, Ohio, obviously have a bit of a bias. So with the slew of people giving their 2 cents, one of the ones that really excited us was the interview of the Browns locker room on who they thought would win.
Oh, I haven't seen
100 Joe Batonio. We're going to win. That's us. No fear. No fear.
I've done some research on this, and I believe that if we have the right mindset, the drill will get tired eventually. And if the people are all in together, that 100 men.
If there's 100 of me, we're going to win.
I love this.
I got the 100 men.
And if the people are all in together, that 100 men.
If there's 100 of me, we're going to win. I got the 100 men, Bob, because you never know what the mind can do to the body. Then also, if we can pick the 100 men, come on, man. 100 men. Where is the fight at? Are we fighting in the jungle? I don't care where we're fighting at, bro. It doesn't matter. Who are the men? Need. I just said 100 needs. Are these average men? Are these trained professionals? How big are they? Is this a male or a female gorilla?
It don't matter, bro.
I do.
No, it does not.
That's a 300-pound difference.
Bro, the female gorilla still gonna whoop 100 men.
I got the gorilla.
I'll do so.
It depends on how many, you know what I'm saying? Like the people that, like, is it football players or is it just like average, like,
Gorilla's got a sniper.
There's something to be said there. And so I do want to walk through for the rest of the episode. It's a dual consideration. 100 men or 100 of our best men, or literally just 100 humans, which means it has to be it would mirror our general statistics on average weight, height, size. You'll have some Batonios and you'll have some Dougs, and you'll also have Allison in there, my sister. Like,
dude, and now here's the thing: is it again? Let's add another caveat. Is it individual fights?
No,
or is it all at once?
We can't. If it's a hunt, okay.
Because I'm with you. If it's individuals, it's like the gorilla's going 100-0. Like it's not losing. You know, it's not losing. Like,
so
the 78th man's gonna get a mean elbow, and the 79th man's gonna be like, just to watch him get bounced off the ground like a basketball. Just be like, all right, you're up, dude. Like it's not happening.
Can we agree? One of the things that everybody complains about when you watch like Kill Bill or like a big action movie, when one person is surrounded by a mob and they beat the mob because one comes at a time, it's like, what to tall? And then he turns around and gets the next guy. It's like, that would never work.
I've seen enough videos of protests to know it doesn't work like that. They all just gang up on you, brother. Yeah. They all go in for the kill.
And again, getting lost in the weeds, the caveats, what makes humans a apex predator in this world? Thumbs that make tools. So like, if we're not allowed to use our tools, then like, what are we? But also, even without our tools, I still think sheer numbers are on our side.
I just have tools that make the atomic bomb.
I was going to say, one man with the machine gun, I'd bet on him.
Shocker. Doug would go into DraftKings and be like, which one? The one with the AK. I want him. Money on him.
When I say tools, I'm trying to keep it somewhat, grounded, like a club. Maybe a big stick.
I got a stick.
a sharpened
man versus ape.
Hey, Planet of the Apes started that way. They didn't just jump to guns. They had spears.
They were on horses. That would be scary as shit if the ape rode in on a horse. I wouldn't care if it was 100 of us all at the same time. We'd be like, that was kind of fucked, wasn't it? Like, what?
But again,
yeah, dude, that was happening to me when you were gone.
I hope they fix that. But a gorilla can lift like 6 times its weight.
I was going to say, I was like, dude, that looks like it's only 135 pounds on that bar. That thing would rep that like 300 times and just be like, ready. That's just my warm. Let me get a pump in before the beach. I'm watching that thing lift. I was like, dude, you could put 4 of those plates on that bar and that thing would be like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
Like, this is all shit. This is nothing.
So again, for the reactions channel, we got 2 others that I want to hear from because the whole internet was giving their opinion. And one of the ones that I felt reflected what our opinion or how I would have liked to have presented it would have been the self-proclaimed the black podcaster Van Lathan Jr. I think did a great job explaining it. He does a great job presenting his points. He had other weird takes this week, like defending Shannon Sharp, which also proved like a single 50-pound blonde could also take down a giant gorilla. So, like, I don't know how right he really is, but
okay.
Check out his presentation.
6 feet, 400 pounds, but fucked up. Wingspan of an average-sized gorilla, 8 feet. Key weaknesses of the gorilla: limited endurance, fragile organs. 100 guys we're not going to all attack at the same time. We're going to attack in waves, and we're going to have different skill sets for how we attack. First thing I got to tell you guys, this is very important down here. Some will die.
This is a grown man with a whiteboard.
The first wave, these are the meat sacks.
It's a wolf fork.
Yeah, big, big, burly guys. Over 300 pounds. Vince Wilfork types. They got to get blood in the eyes of the gorilla. We need the gorilla to be slippery, falling over, the whole nine. We have to bloody things up. Second wave are the runners. Now, these guys aren't going to die a lot because their job is really not to engage with the gorilla. So the runners are there to taunt him and to disorient him even further. We're talking about Noah Lyles type of guy. He's going to chase. Remember, it's slippery. We need the gorilla's heart rate up. Third wave, the light brutes. The light brutes are going to kick the arms and the legs of the gorilla. Beat on his arms. Beat on his fucking legs. Kick his fucking throat. Kick the gorilla. Kick him. Philip Rowe. Shout out to my nigga Philip. Philip, I love you.
He also killed you.
But Philip, you got to go with the light brutes. Fourth wave, heavy brutes. These are your Aaron Donalds. They're taking advantage of a weakened gorilla. They take advantage of him.
And they're more mobile. They're more agile.
Mobile.
Yeah, they're big, but I know
I'm talking
when you do
about.
football players, I can talk about
Yeah, that's
it.
what I'm talking. See what the fuck I'm talking about. Fifth wave, the finishers, the John Jones types. Politics aside. Vital striking now from guys who are big and strong, but technically sound. If we execute this plan, motivated and unafraid, and with the knowledge, some will die. We can win.
Some of you may die, but that is a loss I'm willing to accept.
So he really convicts himself to the camp of 100 super athletes, and we get to choose who they are. If we got to choose, I would maybe need 10 Myles Garretts. Like, you could literally divide this by 10.
He would put those in the bruiser wave. They would be in the bruiser.
John Jones, I need 4. Like, you don't need many John Jones to take on that gorilla.
I would take 10. If I could give a number, give me 10. I feel confident now.
10 John Jones, you wouldn't.
If you gave me 10 John Jones, 10 Myles Garretts, and 80 Dougs, I'd still feel like we're going to win.
10 Joel Batonios. You know, we got to get him out there.
We don't.
We do. We do.
He would miss the block.
No, he's a big boy, though. He's a big boy.
This fucking guy over here. He's gone for 2 weeks and immediately comes back. Shits on the Browns. This guy right here. I swear to God, he didn't even miss. You didn't even catch that.
Yeah, no. It's a Browns
You just went right into tactics again, and I'm over here like, oh, wow, we can't even catch a break.
No. He would have missed. He would have missed the block.
NFL players are catching strays this show. We're talking about, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, but Myles, I think 10 would be more than enough.
He would take a knee before the fight began. Pay his respects.
So, while all of us included, the internet, everybody's got an opinion. The ones most worth our attention are the experts. So, one of the people I wanted to hear from, here's Adam Thorne, an actual primate expert, and he gives his 2 cents on who he thinks would win in this brawl.
In a fight out of 100 men and a gorilla. I can't even believe I'm answering this, but given the fact I've studied primatology and seen gorillas close up in the wild, I feel like I should weigh in. You wouldn't fit 100 men around a gorilla to start with. That just wouldn't work. So I'm assuming you would have to throw groups of men at the gorilla at a time, probably 5 men. Now, this is a replica skull of a mountain gorilla. 5 men are going to be absolutely decimated by a gorilla. The gorilla will turn them into confetti very quickly. But given the fact that silverback gorillas can be 400 to 500 pounds, that's a lot of energy to move. So that gorilla is going to get tired pretty quickly. So after a few groups of men, that gorilla is going to be very low on energy, and then the men can then, overwhelm the gorilla and probably win. But a lot of yous are getting hurt.
Is it fitting he's Australian?
Wait, do you expect any other accent to be
I know.
studying
I
gorillas?
swear to God, dude, Steve Irwin instilled it into our brain. Whenever I see an individual give an expert on primates or some mammal, and they're Australian, I just take him at face value.
Yeah.
He could be talking out his ass about it, dude. And I'm like, that guy knows.
So again, he makes a good point. I think having hands on the gorilla, maybe 5 at most, but it doesn't underplay the mob itself. Like Will was saying, you could have 4 people deep, and I'd want to be on the outer layer, just pushing in, giving my morale. Get him, guys. You got this.
Give him one of these. Give him one of those.
But if you came in with a rational attack, swarming around,
possible,
disorienting them, and using it, and again, the second we're in the realm of this battle, the environment around us is in use. So back to the Browns inquiry, like, are we in the jungle or are we in a ring? Like, if we're in a ring, that makes it a lot harder for us. And while I think the gorilla would be able to use the elements of the jungle to its benefit, we know how to use the elements. One of the videos I was going to save towards the end to really sell my conviction, but I think now is a perfect time. Look at like what happens in this battle, but just between 2 gorillas, and one's a much smaller female. Look how quick the major giant alpha silverback just gets disoriented with sand.
Pocket sand.
It just reminds me of King of the Hill. The one guy is like, pocket sand.
Yeah. Yes. It's literally And again, if you go, all right, if the rules were you have to have 85 Dougs and you only get like 10 Miles Garretts and 5 Allisons, okay?
Doug, that gorilla would fuck up 85 of you.
I would just
for
say,
sure, I'm dead.
we just need to use the first Doug. Just go, Doug, jump for its head. And if you can pluck that, like go for its eyes, the gorilla is just going to be using brute strength, just swinging, throwing bows. There's going to be no strategy. And really, even if you got one human's eyes, there's still 100 more pairs coming at you. So there's something to be said about if you can blind this thing off the gap, it's over. It's over. And then you all can attack at your leisure.
Now, what you're not acknowledging is the fact that all 85 of the Dougs would be like, well, why don't you do it?
and
then have a compelling argument. All 85 of them? Nah, you go.
I'm not doing it.
Because we're smart enough that we don't want to sacrifice ourselves. Duh.
They all have
the world of Doug.
They are all a hive mind conscience. And the hive mind says, you do it.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess I'm seeing, just a world of Dougs.
I'm dead.
All right, I gotta ask. So every few months, multiple times a year, a conversation like this arises. Where do these conversations originate from? Like, who is the brave soul that puts it out? Again, this may have been a tweet, a post, whatever, and it just it probably originated from 3 of us talking, in a private room, and he's like, "I'm gonna tweet that," and then an hour later, it's got 500,000 views, and everybody's now talking about it. You know what I mean? It's remember the dress? Is it white and
gold or black?
Exactly. Yeah. This is another one where I saw it and I was like, huh. 2 days later, I was like, I'm still seeing this conversation. And I'm still on the same thing. We'd win unless it's round by round.
Yes.
You know?
But and the funny thing is people try to create simulations. This is what it would look like if we were to do it. And the simulations
that ape is kicking
just give
boots.
way too much hit damage to the gorilla. The gorillas double their size. That isn't what that looks like. And that's part of the thing too. And I'll display that. The reality of the gorilla is it's huge and pure muscle, but so much of, like you said, there's this huge conversation. It's gone viral. Everybody's creating simulations. Everybody's throwing in their 2 cents. We're acting like we're fighting King Kong, like a fictional,
right? At the end of the day, it's just a gorilla.
It's just a
You
gorilla.
can go to the zoo and pay $10 to look at it.
And while, again, not to get lost in the ignorance of it all, it is just a gorilla, but just a gorilla is something so awe-inspiring.
Lose a fight. Silverback gorilla fights are among the most tough in the animal kingdom, and they typically end with one of them perishing.
Dude, the first 5 that would be sacrificed in the first wave. My God, you have my condolences, my respect, and I will honor you and sing about you in songs because Jesus Christ, you cannot pay me. Look at that thing.
Wait. Oh, just wait. Boom.
Oh, he
cracked
busts
the window. The glass. Like, that's insane. The way he's able to shoulders the glass.
My God.
So again, we don't want to underplay the significance of the gorilla. What were you gonna say?
I'm just thinking, like, that person filming it, it's like it goes right through the glass.
It gets it done. Kid was right there.
Oh, I can think
I
of.
would so love for just some random white guy to just been like, someone gonna do something about that.
Oh, I could think
Doug
of,
at the zoo.
Yeah. All I could think of though is like, I feel like if we threw Will, we could put him through that window too, or crack it like that. Because
I don't think
Will
you could.
did.
Did you see the size of that gorilla?
Will, your ass did put a hole in a wall.
Yeah, that was
So-
drywall.
Yeah, drywall, not bulletproof gorilla glass.
Your ass went through drywall. Okay.
I'd like to see if we could
Give it
try.
a hop and a skip, you might go through the damn thing. That glass is literally built to not break. And he's just like, I'm doing it.
Dude, the Kool-Aid Man made a whole pastime of jumping through drywall. This is something totally different. But look at, like, this is what we're talking about.
Mean mugging me, motherfucker. What you looking at? What you looking at?
Just a casual, organic tank.
Yeah. What's your purpose in life? Built. Built for speed and power.
I think this is when we insert our Joe Rogan impression.
Can you give me a description of what you think the fight would be? Oh, for like 100 people.
But like, look at the dome of this thing compared to it. Again, if it's 50 of them have to be women.
I want her in the ring. God damn it, I want my representation.
Size of his head.
The head of this
I want
gorilla.
Robert De Niro's new daughter in there too.
Where does he fall on the? Is it the 50 or the other 50?
He counts for 2 people.
That's right. Oh, now we're down. 99. But you look at this, it's like the size comparison of that dome to
That doesn't
her
even look like
body.
a fully grown gorilla either. It still looks like it's a growing boy. It needs its milk in the morning.
That gorilla seems like he's been.
Yeah, that's a
around.
big boy. That's a big boy.
It's a big, thick lad.
Its forehead alone is twice the head. Like, it's a double head in size. So again, you're also needing to consider what type of gorilla is it? Male or female? Newsom tried to underplay it. That's like easily 100, 200 pound difference. And is it a veteran? Are we talking about a well-aged gorilla, or is this just like the Utes?
And here we got Kong, 28-0, 28 knockouts.
Well, I want you to see, if we're talking average men, how does the average human, stand up to this?
I stand
Humans-
shorter.
I saw a video of a guy whose face was just totally distorted and swollen. He's like, yeah, developing frostbite on this hike to Everest. It's like we put ourselves in totally stupid, dangerous situations as a pastime. Here's just a little handful of clips of humans inserting them in the environments where they don't belong and being quickly humbled by, again, the organic tank that a gorilla is. If I want you moved, you are ragdolled in my sleep.
Okay.
Walks right through them.
I genuinely thought you were gonna put the Harambe clip when he grabbed.
We do have that too.
I was like,
like I said, there's a handful of clips here. So here's. Look at the alpha. It's huge.
Oh my god.
I'm out. I'm so out, dude. I would start running. He'd probably chase me just to be like, why are you running?
Don't run.
Just pushes him. I love that the safari guides are like, just act natural. Don't run. As he's just standing in the middle of us now. But again, he doesn't even come up to their waist, by the way.
Dude, dead ass, that thing could kill any one of them at any moment. And
At any moment.
Like, literally, if it started killing one of them, what are they going to do?
Like the
You're not
primate.
100 men. You're like 6 other people.
Like the primate expert said, he could turn all of them into confetti, and he doesn't even come up to their waist. But 100 of them, and you're coming with me.
Bro, you would hear me scream like a girl if he grabbed me like that.
I want you to hear this lady.
He would grab me and start going, ah! Like, I'm out. I'm scaring the others because I screamed.
Listen to this lady. That's the funniest part. No sudden movements.
It's a good time for a picture.
Can I take my picture now? That's the priority. I'm sitting here like I just want to live this moment. I want to survive and get out of here.
Can I take my picture now?
She just gets snagged.
Yes.
And that's what I mean. It's like how effortlessly you just grab their leg and it's like you're coming.
That's
like you're going with me.
So that's I think
that's a grown person.
Grown person, and again, the gorilla comes up to maybe their waist. Huge.
Let me pose a hypothetical to you.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another
with
one.
Me.
In that prior video, they grab that, normal, average size adult female. You think he's grabbing DeMoss like that? Giving her a drag like that quick? I don't know. I don't know. I think she's going to be pretty anchored.
You know what? I'm going to flip it back. If we get 150 men, 50 female, but we can make 50 of the women DeMosses.
I thought you were going to say 100 gorillas versus one DeMoss.
The gorillas are winning. I'm not that delusional. She's a big mass, but that's about the extent of it.
Dave Blunts and Frank and DeMoss against her.
But again,
there's no
even
couches in the
humans
jungle.
We couldn't get his couch over there. But even if we did just have humans that large, they would need the physical ability to even just move their arms like that little bit.
If you can't do 25 jumping jacks, you're not allowed to compete.
But what if we have to? Remember that video you sent me, and it's not going to resonate with the people at home, but like a series of dietarily in how would I describe this? Obese humans that are Disney adults.
Oh,
if you had like dorks that were 500 pounds and we had to include them.
I'm so pissed off you brought that video up. That video it scratched an itch in my brain, dude. Those people pissed me off so bad. I want 100 of them against a gorilla just so we can get rid of them.
Yeah, gorilla, take 100 of them.
It's literally like Bill Burr saying about cruises. It's like you just gotta
just sink it.
Just yes. Oh my
take
god.
Take it to the middle of the ocean and sink it.
Dude, they're just like on the teacup. They're on the teacup ride, just like and it's like so freaking annoying.
Unfortunately, you gave them more physical ability than what they were actually able to do.
I told you, 25 jumping jacks is the minimum to compete in the gorilla fight.
Yeah, I agree. I hope it's
I feel invisible. Hold on. It's 100.
He just mean mugs him. I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah. Hey, you're right, man. You. This is your mound.
You do you.
This is your. I didn't even want the mound, but it's still yours.
I'm out. Just slowly back away. Smile and wave, boys.
Fist bump. Fist bump.
Fist bump. So I think this is a good opportunity, especially if there's folks in the comments. We want to get your thoughts on it too. Ricky's joining us. I want to get your thoughts. At this point, who can you safely think or exclaim you think would win?
The gorilla or the 100 people? If it's 100 people going in waves with tactics, it's the 100 people.
Right.
There's a reason we built the atomic bomb. We're smarter than you. Now, if it's individually at a time, that thing is dribbling me off the ground like a basketball. He's throwing me like an outside fastball. I don't care. Gorilla in 100. I would pay to watch this faster than I would pay to watch Beast games.
Okay, you know what's funny? I'm actually really glad you said that. I want to kick it off. One clip that is just an honorable mention from content creator Biggie Cook the Book. He does the greatest sketch for if Mr. Beast were to do a Mr. Beast episode of 100 men versus a gorilla. Honest to goodness, this is hilarious.
Invited 100 people here to compete for $10 million.
Hell
yeah. All they have to do is defeat one silverback gorilla. What did he just say? He didn't say silverback, did he? Release the gorilla. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, we got Joe Rogan. Joe, you're built like a chimp. I think you just go in there, just act like you're related. He ain't gonna do shit. I'll just do jujitsu on him. All right, man, good luck. Oh, shit. Shit. I got it. What if like 3 of us go at the same time? Okay, I'm in. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit. What are you doing? I thought we said. I thought it was 1, 2, 3, go. That's on me. Shit, dude, how many of us are left? It's just us 2 and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I've hunted deer. What? And snake. What? The silverback. What? Made a mistake. Hell yeah. He's about to beat the shit out. Oh, sweet. Oh. If you like this video, stay tuned next week.
I play it because it's only a matter of time before Mr. Beast does something with this.
There's a reason people are having these conversations with their friends in a basement and it starts trending. These are the ideas people want to see.
You know, there's a perfect tweet that exemplifies this, and it's bring back the arena, like the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Clearly, men just yearn for the fight, the battle, because this has resonated with people way too much.
Oh,
also,
don't get yourself. The women would be watching too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They love the UFC.
That's what I was.
Those are guys with mitts
and women.
And sorry, and women.
They're all out there fighting.
Now put a gorilla in there.
We're this close to the real Coliseum.
Oh my God! Remember Semi-Pro? Jackie Moon,
the bear.
Jackie Moon versus the bear. Dewey the bear. They call me Crazy Piss. Call me Crazy Piss.
You're so right.
That would work.
It would.
The bear gets out, Dewey, as if no one saw the bear run away from it.
You know, and that being said, they're like one of the tweets that I really thought was funny is all these debates and questions, who would win, as if images like this don't exist in real life. Like they had their tools. None of them are guns because we're talking about the spear people, but the spear people beat the gorilla. And I don't see 100 men. They got it. So this is real life.
Good for them.
Doug missed all of that.
Good for them. You know what? It was terrorizing them.
Hey,
he had to be stopped. He had to be stopped.
No, we needed to eat. Yes, it was terrorizing us.
Back on the menu, boys.
Put the coconuts down. We're eating good tonight. So, another simulation I wanted to play.
This is such a perfect topic. It's on the list. You can't stop. Like
It
you
is.
could hypothetically, Joe Rogan could have a 3-hour podcast talking about beating this gorilla.
Yeah. Oh, 1,000%.
He would have Douglas Murray back on just for him to be like, "You've never been there."
Have you touched a gorilla?
Have you seen a gorilla? I don't even think we can have this conversation. You haven't seen a gorilla.
Doug, you didn't even switch.
That's all right. He's playing Clash of Clans.
That's right. All right. Here is 10,000 gorillas versus 100 humans.
Jesus.
10,000. Jeez.
Oh. I thought you said 100 humans. I was like, we lost.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know if you've followed any of these accounts, but I always just love these videos.
Oh, there's so
the
much
simulations.
fun.
One Hulk versus 100 Marios, or which is pretty accurate to like what we're talking about.
Yes.
But they give the gorillas so much,
Look at
like
them
way too much
flying.
hit damage, and the humans clearly have no hit damage. So we're not gonna sit through the whole thing, but let's just say the gorillas just clear through it. That was easy.
Those poor people. People write songs about you.
Only 14 gorilla eliminations out of a million humans. I'm not buying that.
Total eliminations, 6.
6. Yeah.
Total human population, the Eastern Seaboard. Out of there. Dude, that is a mean.
I know. These things are wildin', dude. So, before we close the episode out, we've heard nothing but opinions from the humans. And I find it would be totally inappropriate to have an in-depth fight analysis without hearing from the gorilla himself. Like, what would the gorilla believe in this pre-fight analysis?
I ain't start that shit with nobody. They started that shit with me. I just finished it. Number 10, come get your little shit back, you heard? She with the apes now, nigga. Boom, beat his fucking head in like a drum. One of these niggas had this shit on. I'm trying to get waves on my shit now. You ain't see me going on the internet making videos like, yo, I could beat 100 niggas. I come get your shit back in blood, boy. They came to my shit. The last nigga, I just wanted to keep him alive. So, you know, I just robbed him of his Dior's and shit.
He's got sneakers on.
Nah, chill. That shit spinning. I'm a real West Side Rilla. 100 niggas ran down and I ain't even flinch. Nigga number 1 ain't make it home to see his bitch. 120 down the highway and I ain't even crashed the whip. Nah. Follow me on SoundCloud though, the real Rilla. Coming from where I come from, not a lot of Rillas make it out. I had to scope the scenery out, so I'm here. It's 50 days in the Bronx Zoo. I want a Hellcat. They ain't no other clock. Now everybody gets shot. Boom, boom, boom. So, R.I.P. my nigga Harambe though. Y'all violated. We gonna get back for that. Fuck y'all niggas talking about. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm finna bring this shit to the jungle.
Some people should not be
Fuck you
giving
talking
internet.
about? Moral of the story, man. Y'all know where I'm at, man. If y'all need that, come get that. West Side Village shit.
Unbelievable.
I don't want to leave this conversation without at least bringing up the Harambe video. It is crazy that like
R.I.P. King.
R.I.P. King.
He was the first meme to die, I'm convinced.
Did it ever die? You know, like
he
that
definitely
guy's the
died.
King of memes.
He definitely died.
The meme lives forever.
People still write in Harambe in presidential elections. Fun fact.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
In Ohio too.
Dude, people wrote in Kanye. Okay, yeah, they're gonna write in Harambe.
Well, can we just acknowledge that, like, a 4-year-old was able to beat a gorilla? So, like,
okay.
And you know what?
I don't think it was a fair fight.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And this the whole world still mourns this. This was straight up heartbreaking. Trying to protect and clean the child and take care of it, whatever. But like, when I look back at this, I feel it is a disservice to humanity. Someone knows where and who this kid is today. They should have to talk about this. Like, somebody should be interviewing the mom. This should never go away. Like, explain how you were able to fail parenting so much that a zoo euthanized a gorilla.
Seriously.
And it was all your fault. You're a terrible parent, which nothing new. But
how does your kid conceivably get in there?
Exactly.
Like, I'm being completely
Dude, they are
serious.
like closed off usually, or you have to climb over a very, very high. Like,
not only climb
enclosure.
over something, but then you're falling into something.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like look at where the gorilla is. It's like that's 20 feet below me.
Right.
And the kid somehow got above, over, and in this enclosure. And then the gorilla's just like, all right, what's up, dude?
Right.
What's up, bro?
And again,
him running with the kid, dragging him. That all right? That was a bad look. That was a quick bad look. Like in hindsight, he probably shouldn't have done that.
Getting him out of the water, though.
Get him out of the water.
Dude, he's drowning. Get him out of the water. He's like, we're going swimming. We're going for a spin, bro.
We're going on a trip in your favorite rocket ship, zooming through the water. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're not allowed to. The fact that
That
no
kid's
one
gonna get a
knows
scholarship for this.
No one knows the kid's name. No one knows the parent's name. How you were a lady can't even go to the park without the whole world knowing who she is. And they're able to kill a gorilla and no one knows their name, their identity, and they were just totally able to evade accountability.
Here's the real story. Harambe, it was just a psyop. Never happened. It wasn't even there.
Harambe is happy and alive in Africa.
He's like,
Yeah.
okay.
It was just a psyop. He faked his death, and we just released him into the jungle.
It's like, oh God, I was gonna say his name, but I probably shouldn't say his name. He owned an island.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for a different YouTube channel we've already ruined. So I got just a couple final clips here that I want to wrap it up with. Taking a look at
It's 100 of y'all. Just me. Y'all throwing shit. Y'all throwing shit. Nigga, it's 100 of y'all. Y'all throwing shit, nigga. You got blick. You got blick. Oh, all right.
All right. So, Doug, I want to get your thoughts as we wrap up, and as we do that, just admire the moves of the gorilla. Doug, who do you think?
That gorilla's got some moves.
What are you talking about?
He's
That's not a
pretty quick in that pool of water. So if I had to fight him in water, I might be dead.
Okay, just who do you think would win this scenario here?
Gorilla.
Doug, I love you. No one's picking you.
I mean, because we don't know. Yeah, we don't. If it's 100 me's, gorilla's killing all 100 of me in a heartbeat, bro. And that, so like, it really all depends. I really gotta go with it. Depends who we're sending up. Who are the best and brightest this world has to offer?
Wait. Stop. Let's be very clear. If this was a battle with Doug, this is how the battle goes. It only ends one way, and for the sake of copyright. This comes from With How to Paddle, but this is Doug.
Oh.
So lost without you.
No, that's literally me.
I love that. I forgot all about that.
You're going to be his baby. Yeah,
That's literally me.
Yeah,
literally is you.
That was my thought of like that.
Right
literally
here,
looks
this
like
my little baby. But if that's you, then this is me. Just a natural Tarzan. See, this is just one-on-one.
I hate this.
Yeah, but you're no Tarzan. I'm sorry to tell you, my friend.
Dude,
no
Doug,
Tarzan.
he was literally wrestling it. like it was a person, like not a shot.
Yeah, not. But Samuel L. Jackson, he's got a gun.
Samuel L. Jackson, motherfucker. Shoots.
You know, but we keep asking, what kind of humans do we have to have on our roster? Why do we give the gorilla the luxury of assuming it's the strongest and best of the gorillas? No matter what, though, if it wins, it's ending this way, and you got to be curious: is this the type of gorilla we got to worry about?
Give him that hawk too and spit on that thing.
I fucking hate you.
I love the internet.
They give him that hawk too and spit on that thing.
So I can't have this conversation without a special shout out that means it's intimate to me. Growing up, we had the show Wild Boys, and my dad's favorite scene from Wild Boys ever, he talks about it all the time. He would always quote it. They go into a jungle dressed as bananas, and they just haze a bunch of gorillas. We don't have them doing all their sketches with the gorillas, but there's a specific bit called the banana dance where they do a banana dance through the jungle past all the gorillas. You can't do a 40-minute, 50-minute dialogue on this gorilla talk and not include the banana dance. Just doing the banana dance.
They're literally doing the gritty.
The bananas are like, or the gorillas are like, I'm out of here.
Life-size bananas, that's too big.
The guts to this is the good old days of entertainment and comedy.
That's just back when Steve-O was hopped up on all sorts of stuff.
Literally.
That's the only way they were able to get him to sit on porcupines, dude.
Oh my God, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, he's crazy. This show was
absurd.
Oh my God. When they went to that Amazonian tribe and they had to drink blood out of a skull, and then the Amazonians almost ate them. Oh yeah. They put themselves in the literally a snake bite tattoo. I'm going to douse my arm in tattoo ink and then have a python bite me. Like, Wild Boys was wild. You said it. So let's close it out here. I brought up the sand. I think you just throw sand in its eyes. You've got a huge.
You got it in the bag, dude. That thing, I won't even know I hit it.
Exactly. But one of the other ones is if we're talking about humans versus gorillas, it's not even a conversation when you take a look at something like this.
He's just like me, for real.
One goose takes on.
Get up in there, dude. They pissed me off.
That's what my sister, when she saw this clip, was like, well, do you think 100 humans could take a goose? I'm like, actually, I don't know.
I don't know.
This one, I don't know.
Those are some angry sons of bitches, man.
Yeah.
They got to bug up their ass about something.
I've hit them with a golf ball. They do not like that.
Doug, you hit something?
I know, right? Can you believe it?
This guy over here, he's just hitting shit.
So I think we've got the answer. The answer's clear from the experts through the significant deep dialogue.
Experts on the situation.
Well, the primate experts. Trust the experts. It's not us. It's the primate experts.
I didn't like that expert. I like the expert that defended Shannon Sharp more. That's the one I really. That's a guy who was up late at night, got a whiteboard out, and was like, "This is how it's going to go.
I've got a plan.
I've got a plan."
So if we've got a definitive answer in regards to the 100 humans versus one gorilla, the real question is, who pans out when you have 100 gorillas versus one Chuck Norris?
I hope they start flying. Yeah! I like his white pants.
Yeah, bring these back. The Chuck Norris jokes were the good
it
old
reminds
days.
me of Napoleon Dynamite. Want to take a roundhouse in one of these?
Yeah.
These paints? No siree.
So between being able to use our environment, the sheer exhaustion that would come from this large numbers of waves of people, and again, considering something like a baseball brawl is, StreamYard needs to fix that. I should be able to just display it like I used to and it bring it up. But when you've got just sheer numbers on your side, exhaustion comes into play. Being able to use our environment against it, it's unfortunate because I think deep down we're all rooting for the gorilla because it's just such a fun, fantastical thing. This magical beast can take on 100 apex, animals, us humans.
It'd be like watching the Patriots come back 28-3. It'd be one of those things. Be like, I remember where I was when I saw that. Like, I know where I was sitting in a room
exactly
when I saw this go down.
So I think the major takeaway, as mentioned earlier, is the men in our society just yearn for the Coliseum, and we need to bring back these. That's why a consideration like this goes as viral as you mentioned.
These are the fun conversations that whenever you see TikToks, be like, what do you guys talk about the whole time? This shit means nothing, but we talk a lot about it.
Boy, did we. We made an hour show out of this.
We made an hour show out of the half-hour show because it was like, what do you think's going down? What do you think? What round? Over, under?
Doug, do you have any wrapping considerations in regards to it?
That if any one of us had 100 of us fighting a gorilla, all 3 of us are going to get killed. That I know for sure.
I don't agree with that.
I do.
I think if I had 100 me's, there'd be a couple left. The gorilla is not surviving 100 people.
100 of us, yeah.
Against him,
no,
yes.
Doug, if you fell down, I was going to say steps, that would break most of us. But if you just fell down, we call you Professor Glass.
I'm fragile.
100 people. I would put money on 100 Wills.
I put money on me. I bet on myself.
100 of yous.
I sure as shit won't bet on you, but I bet on me.
Okay, we're being mean. Doug, 100 of yous is so different than just a few.
Doug, I will say you'd have the best chance of talking it out of the fight. I feel like you'd convince it.
You could convince it.
This is not what we're doing.
What's up, Doug?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. Ready for us to wrap it up.
All right. Well, guys, we appreciate you joining us. I don't know if Doug will be here next week, but we know we will. Otherwise, guys, we do this every Sunday at 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you joining us, whether we're live or we have a preloaded episode for you. Catch us here every Sunday. We want to thank everybody that jumped in the comments. Ricky, we wish you were here with us, but we appreciate you tagging along.
We outside with you in spirit, Ricky.
That's right. We outside with you in spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Always. But we appreciate you guys joining us. Be sure to catch us each week. The Guys Held Down, our other live show on the Rethink Tank, and we have other shows. If you could find them all in one central place, it's at our website at www.rethinktankpodcast.com. And otherwise, guys, we'll catch you next week where we have a lot more in store for you. I have some things excited to announce for this channel, so we'll catch you next week. Peace.